Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. We're back, baby. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's cracking, lacking, what's shaking, back? I'm super excited to be back. Sorry. Woo! What's going on, everybody? And welcome back. You feel what I'm saying? First of all, we didn't even start. We didn't even start on the damn recorder for the audio. So let me run that back one more time. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another installment, another mother freaking episode. Yes, sir. We are in the building. Welcome, everybody, to the Grounded Out Sports Show with your boy Tyler Pod Guy, your hostess with the mostest, your host with the most. You feel what I'm saying? This is your new favorite sports show, hosted by a common fan, where we talk basketball and a little bit of others in between. You feel me? A little wrestling sprinkled here, a little NFL sprinkled here. You know what I'm saying? If you can hear me out right now, we are live on the YouTube. We are actually recording a day early, a day and a half early. Listen, we had to be on it today. You feel what I'm saying? We're not gonna waste too much time today. You feel what I'm saying? But we had to be on it, right? And today is Thursday, right? Today is particularly Thursday that we're recording. It is Thursday, June 30th, right? We'll be going into July. So shout out to everybody, all the July babies and everything like that. But we'll be going into a new month. 2020 is just speeding right through. So listen, you know who else is speeding through? And we have to start off the show with the man who is causing an upflux everywhere. And if you're watching me live right now, thank you so much for tuning into the show. Those who are listening to me a couple days later, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you so much. 234 subscribers on the THC Media Network. We appreciate you so much. Shout out to all of our listeners who listen to the Grounded Out Sports Show. We appreciate you and we love you. Now, let's get into it. Y'all know why we're here. Kevin Durant, one of the best players in the league, if not the best player, arguably the best player in the league today, has requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. You heard it right. You didn't hear it first, but you heard it right. Kevin Durant has requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. Some may say why. Some may add, or some may say they know why, right? There are a lot of questions. There are a lot of things swirling this big news because this is huge news. We have not seen a on the market talent like Kevin Durant since he went on the market back, when it was when he left OKC. We haven't had that in a while. This is one of the biggest, kind of requests for trades in history. He's locked in. He opted into a 4-year deal with the Nets. He played 1 year. I think he still has about 3 years left. I don't know if after this season he opted in, or I think it was last season, but he still has a lengthy amount of time on that contract. So what happens now to Kevin Durant? Well, first of all, let's just break it down like this. Why is Kevin Durant leaving? I think it's one simple answer. One very, very, very simple answer. And that answer is Kyrie Irving. I believe that Kevin Durant, and I stand firm in this, I believe that Kevin Durant is somebody who wants to play the game of basketball. You feel what I'm saying? At the root of everything, he wants to play the game of basketball. He also sees his mentor, quote unquote, maybe, don't know, and NBA billionaire and LeBron James, who's a magnificent businessman in the league of sports. I'm sorry, in the world of sports, specifically basketball. And as we've seen through LeBron James's career, he's made super teams. He's got it on his own. But through his whole career, honestly, whether I've liked LeBron or not, what I've always respected, always, not just his game, but his professionalism as a man going to work. You understand what I'm saying? We talked last week about Kyrie Irving and how he tried to pull kind of the same thing with the Brooklyn Nets, acting as if he had the cachet and the balls, the cojones, to go to the Brooklyn Nets and say, "Hey, I want a supermax." Sir, you don't come to work. What are you talking about? You don't come to work. Kevin Durant, though, he can go to Bob Myers and say, "Hey, Bob, hey, listen, this ain't gonna work for me." I thought about it, and he was on his podcast, the etc. And he said, "I'm gonna leave that shit out of it, right? I'm gonna stand to the side and be quiet." Well, sometimes those quiet people are making silent moves that necessarily doesn't have to go with the Brooklyn Nets or go with Kyrie. Now, on a moral standpoint, people are looking at how KD has moved. That is going to be a narrative and a topic of discussion. It already is. How have you moved from OKC to Golden State, then to Golden State to Brooklyn when things get a little tough? When things get a little rough. Now, LeBron James did the same thing. In his, right? If you want to break down the same situations with both of these players, they pretty much did the same shit. Not to say they're not tough, not to say they're not it, because they are. They're transcendent players. But they pretty much did the same situation. But you can argue that LeBron James went back to Cleveland because of that first situation and brought it back. Now, is KD going to OKC to do that? I think not. Right? I don't think OKC is, as much as they would love Durant back, I don't think Durant is going there. You understand what I'm saying? So, where does Kevin Durant go from here? He's the biggest signee on the market right now, period. Biggest signee on the market, period. Oh, in the comments, let me know if you can hear me. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all again. Biggest free agent on the market right now, whether restricted or not. I mean, listen, I'm on my couch. You feel me? I'm actually getting the show together so I can record for tomorrow, right? And then news breaks on YouTube for ESPN, Fox News, all the big sports and Nash, all of that shit. Alerts start coming to the phone. Kevin Durant is requesting a trade. Whoa. What? Now, it's not to say that a lot of us did not possibly see this happening, right? There can't be any way that we did not see Kevin Durant leaving Kyrie Irving. There comes a time when you just gotta sit here and be like, bruh, you ain't it. And I love you, bro. Two things can be true here. That I love you, bro, from Kevin Durant to Kyrie, and that you're unfucking reliable. That's just it. I came in thinking that you were going to be it. After all the doubters and, as he calls, some of us haters and shit like that, who told you not to go this route. There were people, writers, reporters, sports newscasters who were telling you, hell, probably a cousin on the block was telling you, bro, don't do that. OGs in the game are telling you, yo, don't go there. But you went anyway on your own accord. Hey, you did your thing there too. It's not to say you brought a championship there, but hell, Kevin Durant's foot is behind the line. We have a different conversation. But this ain't horse. This ain't horseshoe. We don't do almost here. Even though in loss, Kevin Durant still put up great numbers. And what I said about Kyrie, in a sense where he tried to muscle this money and had to opt in, where Kevin Durant has to just sit here and be like, I'm Kevin Durant. Anybody who is anybody will sit here and try to get me if I go on the market. And because I have an unreliable best friend on the court who wants to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it, which particularly I don't think KD disagrees with, but I think he understands it does not align with what KD has going on. KD is in his early to mid 30s, two-time champion, two-time finals MVP, regular season MVP, one of the purest scorers we've ever seen, I believe 3 to 4 time scoring champion. This man is that dude. Any team that he goes to is literally like LeBron. It's going to elevate everything. So the two teams that's on his list is the Suns and Miami. In my mind, the Suns is perfect for him. And in my petty ass mind, if he goes to the Suns, I already see and already am predicting if he goes to the Suns, there is a Golden State Suns rivalry from jump. We gonna need a Phoenix Suns Golden State opener for the for that Friday night coming back to the listen. It's gonna be that type of shit. You feel me? Now, what can Brooklyn get in return for KD? Now, here's the thing. I feel like Brooklyn has put a lot of chips into KD. Do they feel satisfied? Probably not, but they understand the situation. Kyrie is, you understand what I'm saying? And I think what a lot of people have been saying is, well, y'all shouldn't have gave the organization to these players. Well, in a sense, these players, even if for not, whether they have bad behavior or not, have earned that level of respect to do so because they're on the court balling out. You understand what I'm saying? Now, do they go to Suns? Do they go to Miami? Who do they go for? Do they go for a young roster, rebuild mode? Because they said, listen, these 3 years just didn't do it. I believe Brooklyn said, we did it your way, Kyrie, and it just didn't work. I believe KD is also saying, you know what, Kyrie, we did it your way. It just ain't working for me. And so I believe KD goes to the Suns. That would be a great trade. DeAndre Ayton going to Brooklyn? Absolutely. I'm here for it. Him and Ben Simmons will be a tandem if Ben Simmons decides to play. Miles Bridges, Cameron Payne, Cameron Johnson over there. Absolutely. Maybe keep Cameron Johnson. Cameron Payne and Miles Bridges, they can come get this money. And I know, Cam Johnson gonna get the money in Phoenix, but come on over here. I think it was Rob Parker and Chris Broussard on The Odd Couple, Fox Network or Fox Sports. Shout out to them. I think Chris said like it's really looking like he doesn't know how to lead the team. Not necessarily being the best player on the team, because we know wherever KD goes, he's the best player. But really, can you lead a team? And what the track record is showing, I'm not trying to say anything, but it's just like what the track record is showing is every time things get a little hard, it's time to go. Now, do I agree with that? I mean, yes and no. When you disrespect me to a point, if he was disrespected at all three of those places, once you disrespect me to a point, and when I see no value in me being here, I'm about to go. Sorry. If that looks away or not, it is what it is. But definitely excited to see where KD goes. Definitely excited to see what this next it changes the whole power balance of the NBA. KD putting himself on the trade market puts the power, it shifts everything in the ecosystem of the NBA. Literally. And I'm literally excited to see see what happens with that. So yeah, man. I'm excited to see where KD goes. So let's talk about his partner in crime, right? Let's discuss my man. You feel me? So before KD even decided to make the trade, we learned that Kyrie opts in. He opted in to his 37 point something million dollar contract with the Nets. And as I said before, he wasn't shaking them down. That wasn't happening. He was not shaking the system that was Brooklyn Nets, because in you had 3 years to produce. Now you can argue back and forth how those years fluctuated and yippity yappity yip. But at the end of the day, when we needed you, you did not produce. And I have the records to show. If I'm Bob Myers, that's what I'm telling Kyrie. You're an amazing talent. 1 in a million. But you see what KD just did? You can't do that if you don't show up to work. Now, if Kyrie showed up to work, putting up 27 each year, maybe going down for an injury, hell, he could have pulled what KD pulled, but he didn't. And I need people to stop thinking like NBA players are so stupid. Like that irks my nerves. That makes me mad when people think and assume that NBA players are dumb as hell. I don't believe that. And it makes me mad. Why? Because literally they are intelligent ass motherfuckers who some of them seemingly put on the moniker of being, of being just or acting dumb or, not conscientious of what they're doing. Kyrie knows what he's doing. Kyrie's not stupid. You feel me? So what happens to Kyrie now? Now that KD is about to leave because of your shenanigans, because you couldn't be a reliable teammate, not a reliable friend, because we're not bringing this is business and friendship, and I hope he can understand that. Because the way Kyrie has been, he might just have an altitude and go off on KD on some Twitter shit. I hope he handles this, in the back. You feel what I'm saying? But here's the thing. When we talk about Kyrie Irving, where does Kyrie go from here? The only place that he really wants to go is the Lakers. right? It's the Lakers. I wanted to hear myself make sure I was clear on the YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's tapping into the YouTube right now. But that's it. Right? That's it. Where do you go from here? Right? Where does Kyrie Irving go from here? I think it's the Lakers. You want to play with Bron, huh? Take that $6 million, or maybe get a trade, sign and trade, Russ and everything like that. I don't know. But for me, how can I have an unreliable teammate on my team? That's just like with any team or group or anything that you're doing at work. When you have an unreliable person who believes that just because of their talent, like you can be all the talent that you work, but somebody who is hardworking is going to outshine your talent if you are not working maybe even as hard as them, because they going crazy. They see how you as Kyrie Irving, they see your talent, they see what it is. And now look, Q might be trading. Because I mean, Brooklyn's, now that KD's damn near requesting a trade, Brooklyn's like, well, we're not building around you. You're not going to be here. For what? This is like, why would we build around you when you've shown us that you don't give a fuck? You've shown us that you don't give two shits about our organization. Like Kyrie, like think about this, y'all. Kyrie had the audacity. He had the audacity to sit here after you got swept by Boston and go on that podium and say, well, hell, me and Bob Myers and everybody in the office, we're going to talk about, what's happening. Nigga, I said last week, if y'all watched me or listened to me last week, I said on this show, Kyrie go to work and Brooklyn grow some fucking balls. And they did. Thank God. Because I want teams to understand, like, yo, y'all are the teams paying the players. I understand that the players are fucking talented and they got all this shit going on and they're fucking dope. You understand what I'm saying? Some of them are mega stars. Some of them are superstars. Some of them are all stars. Some of them are stars. But y'all know y'all hold that in the hands, right? Are you going to be like the fact that I have to question whether your availability is going to be in play? And I said this last week. LeBron is going into year 20. He will be 38 years of age. And if it wasn't due to his injuries, off-court events, and whatever he had going on during the season, he would have played at least 67 games. And because he had all that shit going on, he played damn near 50 plus games and still gave your ass 30 a game. Was about to be the whole motherfucking scoring champ out here in these streets. So when people sit here and try to make these excuses for players like Kyrie, I always bring up LeBron. Because I'm like, you're 19. You have there's nothing that you can say to me. Are you training your body right? Are you getting your shit together? Because that man right there obviously has different motives than you and what you are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players are like Kyrie. Well, basketball is not my, you know what I'm saying? It's not my main priority. That's fine. But can you come to motherfucking work, though? Can you come to work, though? I'm just asking, can you, make time for your actual job that you get signed a paycheck for that goes into your Swiss bank account? Direct deposit. I'm just saying, y'all stop me when I'm done. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. KD's gone now. Brooklyn's not looking to sit here and build around you, bruh. You're done. Who takes Kyrie Irving? Who takes this headache of a player? Not of a man, but of a player, bro. Of a player. Your best friend just left you and damn near just said you are unreliable. That's what this trade means. If one of the, if not the best player in the game today is saying that you, my guy, who is a superstar talent, is unreliable, in which we have seen over a gracious period of time, is unreliable, what team takes you other than the Lakers, other than LeBron? If I'm any other team in the NBA, I'm not taking you, bro. You're unreliable. Now you're a box office hit. Of course, you're gonna put some seats in my, you know what I'm saying, in my gym, in my arena, in my gym, in my arena. But that's it. I have to worry about if you can come to work. Like, to have that, first of all, as the GM, as the GM, as talent acquisition, as the president, and as the owner. If I'm any of those, why do I have to sit here and stress about your ass having to come to work? Hell, even the coach. Why does Steve Nash have to sit here and stress over your ass coming to work? Why are you having separate practices? You feel what I'm saying? And then, if y'all didn't know, this is some new information. If y'all watched the BET Awards, he was interviewed by somebody at the BET Awards. And they asked him, he said, listen, I got to ask you, are you going to stay in Brooklyn? Boy said, I'm going to just, slide that question over to my, PR. You know what I'm saying? Slide that question. He literally said that shit. So when you playing little ticky-tack games like that and shit, Kyrie, stop, bro. You've made a lot of money. And this is where I believe, like, some players are just not humble with theirs, bro. You can act the part. My nigga, be that shit. You are the one that asked your friend to come here. Your friend was like, bet, because I want to win. And you left him high and dry. Like a wet towel, bruh. And now he about to leave your ass. Because he said, you know what? I'm tired. So now where does Kyrie go? We don't know. Maybe somewhere. I can't tell y'all. I don't know. I personally do not know. But one thing I do know is Draymond Green is out here talking his shit. Let me tell you something. Draymond ain't playing no games with nobody, okay? If keeping receipts was a person. First of all, no. If keeping receipts was a team, it would be the Golden State Warriors. Now, a lot of people talk a whole lot of shit about Golden State over like the last 2 to 3 years. Oh, they're bust. Steph Curry will never make it. He needs this, he needs that to be a top 10. Clay's a bust. They won't get to the ship. Oh, they're not gonna do it. Oh, no. I heard that on so many occasions. 2019, 2020, hell, even 2021. When they didn't get when they got bounced out the plan. My thing was, all right, well, my thing was this, bro. You just went off a whole like half year run of going to the ship, 5 years running, winning 3 of those, right? Your best player got traded in Kevin Durant. He left, went to Brooklyn, right? And then everything in the domino effect just started to just fall. Everybody got injured. Draymond got injured. Clay got injured. Draymond got injured. Trying to reposition the pieces of Golden State. You gotta understand, the organization is going to have its ups and its downs and its pitfalls. I believe that was just the down season for Golden State. They can't win them fucking all. And I know that they're so good that it feels like they can, but they just can't win them all. Steph has ankles, you know? Like, I want y'all to understand, like, they not made of adamantium steel, you know? Like, they gonna tweak a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I listen, Draymond saying that they will win the next 3 out of 4. Is it a little outrageous? Maybe to you. Not to me. Now, like I said before, if y'all just came in, shout out to everybody that just came in. We appreciate you. Now, if you heard me before, I said if KD goes to Phoenix is it. Phoenix is a contender. That's it. If KD goes to Phoenix, we are seeing Phoenix and Golden State in the Western Conference, and that will be a 7-game series going crazy. KD will be out looking for blood. He said, "Oh, y'all got one without me. Well, I'm about to get one without you." Boy said, "I'm about to get one without y'all." You feel me? Let me tell you something, bro. Listen, KD. It's gonna be an interesting. It is going to be an interesting season. I think I haven't been excited for a season like this in a long time. You feel what I'm saying? But again, you can't rule out Draymond saying that they'll win 3 out of 4. Now, is it a little disrespectful? Of course. Is a little, too much? Of course. That's Draymond fucking Green. What do we expect? What do we talk about here? Right? It's Draymond Green. It is what it is. He's going to say what the fuck he wants to say. And nobody thought that they were going to get here. He pulled a lot of people, they pulled receipts. Hell, Clay called Jaren Jackson Jr. a clown on the podium. They pulling receipts, and they probably still have more receipts to pull. They just ain't pulled them all out yet. Now, social media don't pull them all out. The Nick Wrights of the world, from FS1 and shit, the Kendrick Perkins and all of them, the ESPN clips and the Fox Sports. Listen, they done got everybody. They have gotten everybody that literally has, he said something. And that's just social media. I'm not even talking about the dubs, right? But I believe, and everybody's like, well, people, other people have receipts too. My thing is, that's cool. Keep them motherfuckers. Because again, what you do in the regular season is important. But when we get to these playoffs, my nigga, when we get to these playoffs, I don't want to hear nothing. No excuses, no nothing. So get in shape, get ready, and let's get ready for these plays. Because listen, like I said last week, I believe Clay will be 10 times healthier. I believe Steph will be on his game 100-fold. Dre will be there. And all of Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, all of Gary Payton. They ready. Like, they like, oh, y'all only seen a glimpse of what we could do in the playoffs. Just give us a full season. We out here. It's going to be a stacked Western Conference. And I am ready for, all of it. Honestly, let's just keep that a beat. I'm ready. I'm literally ready for all of it. So lastly, before we get out of here, guys, I want to talk free agency a little bit. For those who are just coming into the live right now, I appreciate you. We did talk about KD, and his trade request from Brooklyn. It looks like again he's leaving Brooklyn, but I do want to talk some free agency talk real quick. So DeAndre Ayton, there is a strong possibility that this man just might not stay in Phoenix. Now, I said at the beginning of the show that a DeAndre Ayton trade for KD, in a sense where DeAndre Ayton, Miles Bridges, Cam Johnson, some picks, you know what I'm saying, a couple picks. That's solid. I've been hearing a lot of DeAndre Ayton. I'm not gonna call it hate, but it ain't too much respect, in my opinion. Now, here's my thing. I've said on this show, even during the playoffs, you know, I want him to play more aggressively, right? He's the purest and truest center in the NBA right now. In terms of staying in the post, not going out to the wing, the 3-point line, you know what I'm saying, getting as mid-range as 15 feet or lower, damn near, maybe even 20, right? 20 feet or lower, he's not coming out of that, right? That's his pocket, right? He's probably the truest center next to Giannis, maybe, right? And so it is interesting to see, like, a lot of these teams are not, including Phoenix, do not want to pay him the max. I think he's a great enough player to do so. Even if it's maybe like a 4-year, 175, $189 million, something. You don't get to the finals nor the playoffs without him. That's just a fact. So Phoenix, I don't know what the fuck you're doing over there, but if you lose DeAndre Ayton, you better get a Kevin Durant. I'm not even kidding you. You got Devin and you got Chris. But the flow that y'all had going, and my thing was this, y'all, for those who are listening and for those who are watching, my thing was this. DeAndre Ayton is what, 23, 24 years old? He's mad young. Devin Booker's what, maybe 2-3 years older than him? Yo, they have time to bulk up, develop their game. A lot of teams out here are just looking out for the short game. It would be interesting to me if DeAndre Ayton goes to the Spurs. Greg Popovich would train him. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bigger, lengthier, a little bit more agile DeAndre Ayton when going over to Greg Popovich, and I believe he's still coaching. You get that type of knowledge, you get that type of coaching. Oh man, or even Ty Lue, let his ass go to the Clippers. Oh, what? Kawhi, PG, and this man right here? Where he at? We got him. Oh, because let's talk about it. John Wall getting bought out by Houston. Sorry, bro, you can go. And the Clippers are looking to pick him up. Now, here's the thing about John Wall. I love John Wall, bro. I got mad respect and love for John Wall, but I ain't seen John Wall play in goddamn 3 years. 300 years. 3,000 years. It's been a goddamn millennia. And of course, I'm being facetious and I'm being funny, but at the same token, it's just like, yo, John, we ain't seen you playing forever, bro. Can you get your ass back on the court? And I know you damn near as injury prone as AD. You feel me? But damn, can you get in the court? Because John Wall is a all-star type player. He is that good. He's one of those point guards that I love that can control the floor, control the tempo of the game. You feel me? Control the flow. But I haven't seen him play in a millennia. I honestly, I was gonna look up some John Wall highlights because I was like, when was the last time I seen John Wall actually play a game? Like, for real. I'm dead ass. Like, when was the last time? Because I'm just like, I don't know. I don't. But he's going to the Clippers, as it's been reported. And again, the Western Conference is going to just be a motherfucking stacked team. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, the East has been doing its thing, but now everybody's going to the West. Here's the thing, though. and I want to say this back on. Let's get KD back. Where's KD? Let me get KD back. I want to say this about KD real quick, right? KD, because I didn't think about this when we talked about it at the top of the hour. KD could go to Portland. Yo. And we said this. We posted a picture, and I think Bleacher Report had this up. And we reposted the picture on our story. Portland with KD? Now, I know that is probably far out there. That's probably, you know what I'm saying? That's probably not even, it maybe not even. But I always think if a superstar talks to a superstar the right way, right? Just get, it may not be as delicious as a Phoenix or a Miami, but I believe if Damian Lillard can just talk to him the right way, sway his decision the right way, show him, because to me, what KD is looking for is reliability. That is what he's looking for in his, honestly, his peak prime, right? He's trying to win a ship. That's where it is. That's what it needs to be. Damian Lillard wouldn't be a bad choice. I know Damian Lillard comes to work every fucking day. And whether he's on or off, he going to be out there giving me buckets, assists, threes. He going to be out there for 40 plus minutes. I know I can rely on him. Jimmy Buckets in Miami. Oh, reliable. One of the definitions. Those two players, for me personally, are two of the most reliable superstars you will ever meet in Jimmy Buckets and Damian Lillard. Two of the most reliable AF. But what does Miami give up for KD? They will have to give up damn near their whole team. For real. You will want to go to a team where you have pieces that you could keep. But Brooklyn also has to get something in that. Again, I think Phoenix is the move probably. Damian Lillard and the Trailblazers is way back in my mind. I don't even think that's happening, but again, it's just like a 5% chance that could potentially happen. To have KD and Damian Lillard on your team, that would be great. I've also heard Minnesota. Minnesota will be crazy. Excuse me, right? Cat, KD, damn near the modern day Twin Towers would be the narrative in that. You know? Brandon Ingram, Zion in New Orleans. Like anywhere that KD goes. And hell, you could trade for Zion to go to Brooklyn. You feel me? Why would you do that? Well, if Zion keeps working out the way he's working out in these Nike videos, then I don't see what's wrong with that. You only got 3 years of KD. You have what? In Brooklyn's mind, I got a young player. Yeah, I see that. But New Orleans is like, but you got Brandon Ingram, though. You have Brandon Ingram. If Brandon Ingram didn't show you that he's a star on the rise, you better watch out for BI, man. For real. All right, y'all. We're out of here. Let me know what you guys think about everything that we've talked about in the comments. We appreciate everybody for listening. For those who listen to the podcast on Anchor, be sure to follow us on Anchor as well. That's where you can listen to the podcast on anchor.fm. Type in the Grind It Out Show. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Grind It Out on Facebook. That's with double underscores. And you can find us on Facebook at the Grind It Out show. All right. Also follow our YouTube, subscribe to us. We appreciate everybody that's been coming in the live. You feel what I'm saying? We got a few, active members, so we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And we love you. You feel what I'm saying? So be easy, stay breezy. Have a great one. This has been another one. And we are out. Peace, love, and hair grease. And we'll see you next